The rain poured relentlessly as the small puppy sat shivering in the shadows of an old, rusted street lamp. His once golden fur was now matted with mud, his eyes wide with fear and longing. Passers-by ignored him, unaware of the storm raging within the little dog. 5 years ago, he had a name, a family, and a warm bed to call his own. Now, he was a nameless stray searching for something even he couldn't fully remember. 5 years earlier, this puppy had been the beloved pet of the Anderson family, a young couple with 2 kids. Named Max, he was the heart of the household. From morning fetch games in the garden to snuggling on the couch during movie nights, Max's life was one of love and care. But one fateful summer evening, during a family trip to the countryside, a sudden thunderstorm startled Max. In his panic, he bolted into the woods, his tiny paws carrying him far from the family he adored. The Andersons searched for days, their voices hoarse from calling his name. They plastered the town with flyers and offered rewards, but Max was gone. Eventually, with heavy hearts, they returned home, leaving a piece of their family behind. Max's life as a stray was harsh. The first few weeks were a blur of hunger, fear, and confusion. He scavenged for food in dumpsters and drank from puddles. Some strangers offered scraps, while others chased him away. His once bright eyes grew weary, and his playful bark was replaced with a cautious whimper. But fate had plans for Max. One evening, as he rummaged through a pile of trash outside a bakery, a kind old woman named Martha spotted him. Her heart ached at the sight of the skinny, shivering pup. Taking him in, she named him Buddy and nursed him back to health. Martha wasn't wealthy, but her small home was filled with love. Max found comfort in her care, though deep inside, something always felt incomplete. Years passed, and Max grew into a strong, resilient dog. He learned to navigate the bustling city streets and even became a familiar sight in the neighborhood. Yet, every time he heard a child's laughter or caught a whiff of a familiar scent, memories of his old life would surface like fleeting dreams. One day, while accompanying Martha to the park, Max's ears perked up. Across the field, he saw a family, a man, a woman, and 2 teenagers. Something about them felt hauntingly familiar. His heart raced as the woman's laugh echoed in the air, triggering a cascade of memories. Could it be? Driven by an instinct he couldn't ignore, Max broke free from his leash and bolted toward the family. Martha called after him, her voice laced with worry, but Max was unstoppable. The family turned as the golden blur charged at them. The teenagers stepped back, startled, but the mother's eyes widened. Tears filled her eyes as she whispered, "Max?" Max skidded to a halt, his body trembling. He barked, a sound that hadn't left his throat in years. The woman knelt, her arms outstretched, and Max leaped into her embrace. The man joined them, his voice shaking as he called Max's name. The teenagers, now older and taller, hesitated before kneeling beside their parents. Max's wagging tail smacked them as they laughed through their tears. The park seemed to freeze in time as onlookers watched the tearful reunion. Martha approached slowly, unsure of what to do. The mother looked up, her face a mixture of joy and gratitude. Is he yours?" Martha asked, her voice trembling. The woman nodded, her voice breaking as she replied, "He's our Max. We lost him 5 years ago." Martha's heart swelled with conflicting emotions. She had grown to love Buddy as her own, but seeing the Andersons' joy, she knew where Max truly belonged. With a heavy yet happy heart, she knelt down and kissed Max's head. "You're finally home, boy." The Andersons invited Martha to visit any time, promising that Max's new home would always have a place for her. They shared stories of Max's escapades as a puppy, while Martha recounted how he had brought light into her life. As the sun set, Max lay curled up between his old family and his new friend, his heart finally at peace. The Andersons, now complete once more, vowed never to let him out of their sight again. And Martha, though bittersweet, found joy in knowing she had played a part in this miracle. Max's story became a beacon of hope for others, reminding everyone that even after years of separation, Love has the power to reunite and heal. The Andersons began volunteering at local shelters, sharing Max's tale to inspire others to adopt and cherish stray animals. This story reminds us of the resilience of animals and the enduring bond between pets and their families. If you've ever considered adopting a stray, know that your kindness could create a story just as heartwarming as Max's. Visit your local shelter today and make a difference in a furry friend's life.